Meh, 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 meh. Alright, let me share the stream around before we get started. Oh wait, really quickly. Live chat, there you go. Had it on the wrong chat, never a good start. There you go. You alright, Kate? How you doing? Welcome back. Let's stream for 4K, baby. Alright, sorry, just sharing the stream around really quick. I'm here first. You are. You're super early. I do remember you, don't worry. I remember. Oh, got itchy beard. Right. Sharing the stream here. Going live and talking about War Machine for 4K subscribers. There you go. You alright, Purple? You alright, Amigo? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. That is not clickbait. We will indeed be talking about War Machine today. Any questions you have about War Machine, I will answer. Just to let y'all know. Alright, let me share it there too. Alright, there you go. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to rumble. Let's jump into Marvel's Avengers. I want War Machine, Falcon, and Winter Soldier. That is an amazing 3 list. Alright, well, Liz, how are you doing? There's a fantastic list. What do you think War Machine will look like in Marvel's Avengers? Well, Miller, a while ago, posted a look at War Machine in the game. Concept art. It looks absolutely incredible. You'll be able to find it on Google if you type in War Machine look in Marvel's Avengers or something along them lines. You alright, Taladi? How you doing? James Kennedy, do you know how many more heroes we're supposed to get this year? I do kind of know that. So we know that Captain Marvel probably isn't coming this year. We do know, though, that we are going to be getting She-Hulk and we're going to get Bucky. So you're at least expecting 2 with the potential of a mystery character. I'm hoping for a look similar to him in Iron Man 2 with the big gun. I personally believe he's going to look closer to... Where is it? This. Alright. That's kind of how I see it. I think he'll look very close to this. You know what? It's just, you know what? Let's use it. Let's use it. Why not? We'll do our dailies and our rituals and stuff using that skin. But yeah, I think he'll have a massive gun. I think that'd be really cool. Is War Machine stronger than combat? No suit. Do you mean Rhodey like stronger without the suit? Probably not. Do you think War Machine will come this end of the year? I think it all depends on Armor Wars. That's what I think. Alkheim's jumped in. You're right, man. But yeah, I think it all depends on MCU's Armor Wars, but I also think that we'll have to wait and see about what they end up doing in that regard, whether they want to carry on from the MCU tie-ins or not. You're right, Magnus. How you doing? Alkheim, we're probably gonna do... There should be a priority around here somewhere. I don't know where the priority is. I think I'm the minority for not wanting roads at all. That's pretty funny. Is there a reason why that is, Robert? You're right, Beastly. How you doing? And yeah, Alkheim, that sounds good, man. If you want to use a War Machine looking skin, then that'd be more than fine. It'd be appropriate. By the way, guys, just thanks really quick. Thank you for 4K subscribers. Like you said, Magnus, thank you. It really does mean the world to me. I am super happy and super grateful. I don't want to do a join button, Taladia, simply because, and I've said this a million times, that being a member for me sort of insinuates that there are like... If you pay me money on a basis, you are better than other people, and I don't agree with that at all. I think that you're all equal. I think that Super Chat supports me in the same way. without giving you guys sort of exclusives, because I'm a news channel, right? It'd be unfair for me to be like, see this news before everyone else because you paid me money. It's just weird. Is War Machine stronger than Tony, both without... I would say that Rhodes is probably a better fighter than Tony outside of the Iron Man skin. I would love to see the Iron Patriot skin. Bro, I loved it. If you're talking about the one Norman wears, yes. Like, that would be such a good, like, call to Norman Osborn. I think that'd be sweet. I really would be into that skin completely. Sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird, by the way, guys. I was out last night, dancing, listening to music and all that good stuff, so I probably am not 100%. Hopefully War Machine's minigun sound has a meaty brr sound. I hope so too. From what Miller has said, War Machine will have like an overheat mechanic. So I imagine that he, you know, because he would have the machine gun, right? So he will be stacked to the brim with opportunities to rain down some pain on these fools. We'd get the MCU one. We probably would, but like, I don't really want the MCU one. Just full transparency. It's not a bad suit. It's just not really, you know, when you think of the Iron Patriot, I don't know. I think of the one that Norman Osborn wears in the Dark Avengers. But that's just me. There you go, 140. I'm slowly getting there with these champion levels, man. I tell you what, when these first come out, I was grinding with this with Hawkeye, but now I'm just like, absolutely no effort from me when it comes to getting those levels up, that's for sure. What about you, chat? What is your highest champion level for, like, your characters? Like, what character do you have, like, the highest champion level for? Do you think War Machine will have different abilities than Iron Man? I believe that he will be in the same vein as Kate and Clint. So they've obviously got similarities because they're both using, you know, Iron Man suits, right? But they're going to have different heroics, and they also have their own mechanics to them as well. So there is a cooldown for War Machine, but it won't be like the loss of intrinsic. You're right, everyone, by the way, who's just commented. 375 Widow and Jane, congratulations. GG. Thor 270, sounds good. Mine is Spidey at 12, I think. Taladia, that is disappointing. Hawkeye 255, 279 for BP and Thor. That's incredible. You guys are true grinders. I've been doing a terrible job. I'm sat here doing streams on Marvel's Avengers, and I can barely scratch over 100 for, you know, these characters. Is that just because you guys have been playing a lot, or is that just like you've been, you know, doing the farming and stuff like that? Which reminds me, by the way, it's triple XP for Thor, so if you want to get the maximum out of that build guide that I used the other day, be sure to use it on Thor. You'll get so much XP, it's actually ridiculous. I'm struggling to get over 150 power. Just check the vendors. There's probably going to be a vendor out there somewhere that you know, in the game that has like gear that'll help you out. I don't remember mine, but I think is 4850 Iron Man. That's fine. That sounds good. Grinded to 50 for every hero last week. MCU and DC versus One Above All. There's probably some characters in like I don't know. Probably the One Above All, I guess. I would say. But that's just because the One Above All is basically like God. Do you know what I mean? In the Marvel universe, so. Alright, Alkheim's dealing with that, so I'll just fly away. Quad XP, I went all out this weekend, lol. I think I had one of the first, if not the first, Jane legally. That sounds good. Like, you know, I completely get it. Jane was leveling up super fast. It was amazing, you know, because they had the quad XP for her and stuff. People were trying to tell me that it was quad XP for every hero, but I really did test it. And I really didn't have that at all, personally. I did notice that I was, yeah, I was leveling up a lot slower on every other character when I was doing the XP farm that I posted the other day. But it's fine, you know, people always want to try and discredit, and that's cool. It is what it is. That's normally what happens when you post guides and stuff. People are very quick to be like, well, actually... And I hate it. It annoys me so much. I've been playing since day one, and to be honest, it's hard to play without content. But I got faith to turn it around. I force myself most of the time. I feel like a lot of us do that. A lot of us don't want to be like too far behind in case content randomly decides to come out very fast. But they've yet to prove that that would ever be a thing. I remember, because obviously I've played since day one too, and I remember just thinking to myself, I could drop this game for months. And besides cloning labs, obviously it's 175, I wouldn't feel sort of left behind in the slightest, you know? What kind of abilities do you want to see from War Machine? I want to see, you know the missile barrage that Hulk... But you know what? I'll use it. I might as well give you a visual demonstration. So, you know this... Hold on. One sec. Do you know this? I would love to see that with War Machine. But, like, have that be one of his, like, ults, and obviously it'd be a lot more powerful. Because, of course, you know, it would be. And... not only that, but then I would also love to see, like, sort of an overcharge, like, no, sorry, this thing, Arc Overload, for War Machine too, simply because, obviously, if he's got an overheat mechanic, right, I want to have the ability to kind of, for a while, just rain bullets on people. I think that'd be so fun. And for the other one, I don't know what I would have for the other one, truly. Is Doctor Strange coming to Marvel's Avengers next year? He might not next year, but Marvel's Avengers are pitching to embrace a group that the next lead up to, you know, the Captain Marvel, essentially, of the embracer Marvel's Avengers will be Doctor Strange. I'm pretty sure War Machine will play differently from Iron Man, since Brian Wagner's favourite hero was War Machine. True, but at the same time, I mean, you know, there's limitations, but War Machine definitely will be different, just based on him being one of the sort of OG characters that they were making. Miller even said himself that, like, with all the work done on War Machine, they're pretty surprised he's not going to be, like, he wasn't a launch character, right? Because they really did do a lot for Rhodey, so that's good. The only Dom to have 4,000 subscribers. It feels good when you say that, Ethan. It feels really good when you say that. I left the game when Champion level release came back a few months ago, so I used Quad XP to catch up to everyone. I mean, fair enough. Like, that is that's why they do these events, right? Because they don't want anyone to sort of feel left behind. So they decide, you know what? Let's do these events and see if people feel good. When will we see Hydra in Marvel's Avengers? I don't know that for a fact, but if I think they should? Yeah, I mean, you've got a good chance of having Hydra mentioned during Bucky's stuff. I think if you're gonna ever get a Hydra mention, it'll be during all of Bucky's ordeal, you know? Maybe, because I genuinely believe Crossbones would be his villain, and obviously Crossbones has a lot of ties to Hydra too. So, that's my thought process. Maybe his assault could be the miniguns. True, yeah, but I would rather his miniguns be a part of his kit. Because obviously he's going to be, you know, he's got the reheat mechanic and stuff like that. Watch redo of Healer, please. I'm not going to be watching that on stream, Kate. I'm sorry. They started releasing cosmetics characters at the same time as the movie and show when Disney bought the game, lol. Too bad they didn't buy it sooner. Disney have had Marvel for ages. It's just that then they weren't ever going to intend to, like, do it with Avengers. It's just that they decided in the end to go for it. Not for Shanti joining in too. My goodness. Alright, I didn't get the gear piece I wanted. It's fine. That's fine. It is what it is. Was there any explanation on why Crossbones turned into Ghost Rider in combat? I think it was just one of them, like, CD-ified things. Sort of similar to how, like, Kate Bishop can teleport. I think they just wanted, like, something in-universe that separates, like, beating the crud out of Crossbones to beating the crud out of Taskmaster. Do you know what I mean? Why are you pissed, Alkine? What happened, bro? What ended up happening to disappoint you? I have a god roll, but it rolled might. What was it? Was it this one? Was it this one right here? And then it was and then it had might instead of precision? Because that sucks. Like, that sucks, dude. Really badly. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I didn't know that. It would be brilliant to have Scarlet Witch or Doctor Strange. I think that they know how much people want both characters, and I can assure you they're at least working on one of them. Apparently in one obscure comic, Crossbones becomes an Inhuman, and his power is to shoot fire out of his head. I mean, maybe it's a reference to that. Like, you know, maybe it is supposed to be something tied into the Inhumans and stuff. That would have been pretty cool. If he ever had an Ant-Man, I think it would be amazing if he had ability to summon an ant army. That would be pretty, that would be a good ultimate. I think that would be for the best, you know. Doctor Strange's daddy. I'm glad you like it, Fashanti. I'm glad you're excited, man. Right, Menace at Large. Okay, we'll jump in and do that. Oh, I might as well do To Tame the Titan as well. Shows how much I pay attention. True. It's fine, bro. We've all been there. I found gear in my locker that is actually, like, incredible that I didn't even realize I had. It was insane. You alright, Warhog? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the 4,000 subscriber special, where we're talking about all things War Machine. Let's get it. Also, if you've just joined the stream, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely helps with reach and all that good stuff. Who's your favorite character to play as? Probably Jane's a lot of fun. I've actually really been enjoying playing as Jane, to be fair. I don't know what it is. She's just been really great. So I would probably say Jane. Jane is absolute class. Just for now though, I have recency bias. Might buy Comet for 900 to fit the theme. I do actually want to look for the Hulk skin, because there's meant to be a new Hulk skin in Chastity, so I definitely want to go and have a look over there.
Let's take it out. You carpet bomb the area to soften it up, and everyone goes boots on the ground to do as much damage as we can. Jarvis, will you be able to cut off their network access?
Will they be able to cut off their network access? With She-Hulk, we see Red Hulk as a boss villain in Avengers. A lot of Red Hulk's assets and moves were actually put into the fire adaptoid, so the chances of seeing Red Hulk are very, very slim. Very slim, in my opinion. Just because a lot of the work has been put into fire adaptoids. But at the same time, it's not like they haven't reused stuff before, so I wouldn't rule it out entirely. New Hulk skin, yes. Chastity McBride, the coffee maniac herself, does have a new Hulk skin. I'll be definitely looking at that in a little bit. Getting ready to pick that up. New Hulk skin is mid, bro. It ain't worth looking at. What does it look like for Shanti? Like, you're gonna have to give the deets. Wait, so what exactly is She-Hulk's range attack gonna be? If I was a betting man spiritual, which I'm not, but if I was, I would probably say the rocks. Have you seen the new Iron Man skin? Yes. I was the one who posted it to Reddit. Game Rant did an article about it and mentioned me, which was pretty fun. Obviously, it's not the social media platform I wanted to get recognized from, but you know, it's still fun. That is on the Chimera, basically. Why are we discussing War Machine? A lot of people have questions about War Machine, and I'm here to answer them. I know a lot about War Machine's potential inclusion into the game. And I like doing these streams sometimes because a lot of people, obviously, they come in and they ask me a lot about, like, what do you think about this? Do you know anything about this? So this is kind of like one of those streams where people can ask whatever they want and I give them the answer for the most part. And for the most part, you know, just due to the research and time I've spent on the game, I'm able to sort of give an answer on that. What new Iron Man skin? I meant Hulk, sorry. Oh, the Infinity Gauntlet one. Do you know when we could be getting that Iron Man skin? There's a chance it could be shipments, but I doubt it. I think it'll probably be in the marketplace. There's not many skins that have been revealed from this recent update, so there's probably a good chance that it's going to be one of the next ones you see. So what going to be War Machine moved? I don't know what you mean. Do you mean, like, has he, like, suddenly been moved to, like, the potential released heroes? I mean, he could be. It really does depend, in my opinion, on MCU and Armor Wars. I think that will be the big indicator on whether or not we're going to see it. One sec, K. I will read that in a moment. I'm just spamming like a maniac. Where's the... There they are. Alright. Superman, Hulk, and Captain Marvel, Thor, Scarlet Witch, and Thanos. Who will win? Probably just having Wanda in that team kind of makes that a dub. I have to be honest. Do you think She-Hulk is next? Praying she is. I think that there's a... I mean, I've heard mixed reports, right? I've heard mixed reports that Bucky could be next, She-Hulk could be next. I do think they want to move away from the whole Echo thing. I think that they're a little bit afraid of that, so they might pull the trigger on Bucky. But when it comes to like 100% confirmation, it's hard. It really is difficult when it comes to that. Sort of giving you like a guaranteed answer. What if they drop both? What, at the same time? I don't see that. I think that that's a lot of work for one singular drop, and that's 2 months worth of milking they could be doing with that, you know what I mean? So I just don't see it. I think that would be massively shooting themselves in the foot. But that's just me, I guess. Maybe I'm just sort of thinking too much like a businessman. But yeah, I don't see how She-Hulk is an Echo. See, she's not. But what I mean is that a lot of the you know, the community will be shouting Echo just because it's She-Hulk. Show face? No. I don't really do that stuff. When do you think She-Hulk will be out? If she is next? People think August because of a show. But we know Monica's Warzone is happening. That might be this month. Might. Then we know Cloning Labs is in August. Which could be with War Machine. Not War Machine, sorry. Winter Soldier. And then, but obviously you're on about She-Hulk. So she wouldn't, I don't think she'd come with Cloning Labs. So we would have to see about that one. The She-Hulk skins, oh my god, so sexy. I mean, we need to get Thordis first. We need to know if they can pull off sexy. What is going to be War Machine's assault ability, etc.? Well, I said that I would love to see an overcharge, like Arc Overload, because his intrinsic will be based on overheating, kind of similar to Iron Man in a little way. And I think like his ultimate should be kind of the Hulkbuster, you know, missile barrage, but obviously just not, you know, not like in a Hulkbuster. And then his assault could be something where he, like, just gets a massive cannon out, sort of similar to Marvel vs. Capcom. I think that would be really cool. Will it be cool if they could do team combo where they put Iron Man together and do a combo against the aimbots? So you mean like a cool like team takedown with the two? That would be fun. I agree. I think that would be really cool to see. I would love them to explore a little bit more with team takedowns and that, because I definitely think that, you know, people love that stuff, right? And they want to be able to experience those really cool team up moments, but the game doesn't really allow that very often, sadly, unless you're fighting like a Dreadbot or something. And they're not really like team moves, they're just people hitting their stuff together, you know, more than anything. I want Rhodey so badly, man. You're right, Papa Beans. I think that it's a guarantee we get Rhodey before games end. I really do. I really mean that. I mean, if I'm wrong, I do apologize, but that is my belief from just everything that I've ever known about Avengers and just how far along Rhodey is. It just doesn't make sense to never use that character in the end. So if that gives you a little bit of comfort, you know, I hope it does. Hold on, I can't get this bit. That's really annoying. This guy sucks, not because he's difficult, but because this boss fight is like needlessly long. There you go. I'll probably just read chat while these two take out the enemies and stuff, you know. I'll just be focusing on Twitch chat. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Tony. It would be interesting to have a game where we play as the villains against the heroes. I know that a lot of people wanted to play as villains in Avengers, but unfortunately, Brian Wagner, the lead designer, said that it wouldn't be a thing because, you know, they want people to feel like heroes, and it's very hard to do that with villains. Which I guess I understand, but to have sort of your point where like, oh, why don't we just play as villains? I mean, technically the Suicide Squad game's doing that, but obviously you mean in the Marvel Universe, so like a Thunderbolts game would be pretty sweet too. I'd like that. I'd definitely like that. I'm so hyped for the She-Hulk series. I'm glad. A lot of people are writing it off because of the weird CGI, but they're acting like it's not going to look at least a bit better before the show. So I am glad to hear you're excited. What's your what part are you anticipating the most? You excited to see maybe Daredevil again and stuff? I mean, he's got good outfit potential. I mean, true. I mean, we've already seen Iron Man go crazy. You know, I can only imagine what War Machine would be like. Hey mate, how you going? You're right, Andy. How you doing? I think they missed opportunities for a blade drop on Halloween. I think that a blade drop wouldn't happen, personally. Okay, I've got to be honest. I appreciate it, but I really like... I can't keep answering the who would win questions. Because it really does depend on the writer. Just straight up. Like playing... anti-heroes. I mean, yeah. I mean, of course, anti-heroes have definitely got a chance. I can see that. If they had Rhodey, it has to be different than Tony. I think he will. I think that's kind of a guarantee. I'll be honest. I'm excited to see Lawyer She-Hulk representing these very obscure heroes. That's cool. That's cool. But no, sorry. Just going back to Joseph's question, I think it really would be. Marvel Zombies should have been the representation on Halloween. I don't think they would have been able to do a hero, but I think the lack of Marvel Zombies was really disappointing. You could argue Bucky is an anti-hero. You're right, Silver Centurion. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You could do that. You could definitely do that. Do you think Voltron will be the next villain? Miller seems to think he will be. But Miller's also been pushing that Ultron train since day one. So, I mean, I hope so for Miller's sake so he doesn't explode, but I really don't know. Like, but I would, if I was a betting man, I would probably say yes. Probably gonna be after Cloning Labs. At the end, you will see something like that. Because it will have a post-credit scene. No, well, not a post-credit scene, but like an ending cutscene. You know what I mean? Punisher in this game would be fire. Hold on, let me just get more comfy on my bed. I could see that. I think the Punisher would have a lot of potential. He would kind of probably be a bit of a Bucky echo, just from what I've heard about Bucky's moveset and stuff. What about when it comes to the end of the world on Avengers, where they bring the heroes and villains together to save the world, just a one-time thing? I mean, we could see that with the Kree invasion, to be fair. I mean, you know, the Kree invasion could lead into stuff like that, which would be fun. Alright, okay, so this is the Hulk outfit. This is sort of Scottish themed. I kind of like it, actually. I think that's a good twist on what we've had before. War Machine has been my favorite Iron Man suit since Marvel vs. Capcom. Nice. Like, I really do hope that people get that representation for War Machine, because obviously it means a lot to people. So, you know, I definitely want that for you guys, you know. I would love to have the skin from Winter Soldier for Bucky. I think that's a guarantee. I think you're 100% going to get that. I'm great working to get my Jane build elite ready. She's 157. I can't remember what I need to do for Jane, actually. I think I've done my weekly ritual for Jane, but I'll need to have a look. I think Anhil Roy will become base Ultron. I agree. I really do. I think that you're exactly right. I think that Roy has always been set up to be Ultron since day one, and I think that would be amazing. Right, what do we have to do now? Right, so we'll do Menace at Large. We'll do Menace at Large now. Where is that? Where is Menace at Large?
There has to be a trick to it.
There you go. I got it. I found it. I found it. I have eyes. It works. By the way, guys, thank you again, though, for 4,000 subscribers. If you can possibly smash that like button, though, once you join in, it really does help push the stream out a lot more. What version of War Machine you like best game-wise? Probably... There's not really that many options, is there, when it comes to War Machine, though? That's the problem, really. You know? I don't even think he's in MUA 3. You know, there really isn't a lot of War Machine, right? I think I'll dip now. Alright, bro. Alright, bro. Sounds good. I hope you have fun, Alkheim, doing that. If it happens, I will be sad because Roy is the go. I think that they would probably still keep Roy as the vendor guy, but they would, like, replace it with another Roy, if you know what I mean. Like, it'll be a different situation. He would be an awesome addition to the game. I really do think he would. I think War Machine would be brilliant for, you know what, I'm not going to do Menace at Large, because I just realised that's essentially, like, the mission we've just done. I'm doing the OLT right now. You're right, Pepper. Sounds good. Yeah, see, I never got a chance to do Marvel Heroes. So I can't really relate to that, unfortunately. I wish I could. Like, I really do wish I could. We'll do... There you go. We'll do this flashback. Mayhem over Manhattan. It's been so long since I've done this mission. My word. Okay. Do you think Spider-Man would get a boss battle sometime? I thought he was going to get Molten Man, personally, but unfortunately that's not the case. This is very off topic, but I can't wait for Insomniac's Wolverine. I'm really looking forward to it. I think they're going to smash it. There is no reason for me to assume that they are not going to bother putting their absolute most into it. It really is going to be hype. I'm genuinely super excited for it. Marvel Heroes War Machine was perfect, not like Tony at all. That's great. I'm glad. Because I know that, I know they went ham on some of the skins, so I thought maybe that could be it, you know?
Someone found a radio? Don't worry. You'll all be cured soon.
You'll all be cured soon. It's been so long since I played this mission. I've completely forgotten, like, this is a campaign mission, isn't it?
In the evacuation zone. I don't get it. Why are they evacuating?
Because of us.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's a fine mission, I guess. This is, at least they reused some of the assets for multiplayer, which is what I've wanted them to do for campaign missions for the absolute longest time, so I can approve of this.
Those power cells control the locking mechanism.
I mean, I wish they did it with, like, the cooler areas in the game, but you can't have it all. Are you excited for Midnight Suns? You're right, David. Yes, I'm going to be doing a lot of content on Marvel's Midnight Suns. I haven't been covering the recent stuff that they've been doing, not out of, like, any negative reason. I just haven't really thought of how to talk about them. Obviously, I can do my own thoughts on them and stuff, but when it comes to, like, news pieces, then we don't really get news out of them necessarily. At least not sort of news that I feel like people who, you know, aren't maybe super interested in the game would be bothered about, because that's kind of like, when it comes to a game like Midnight Suns that's got like a real big niche on it, I feel like the news videos that I do are kind of designed around getting you interested in the game, you know what I mean? Yeah, Hercules is the Avengers character. I think he'd be fun. He's definitely one of them obscure characters though, so I think that you would get a lot of negativity from that, but not because, like, oh, it's an Echo, but because people just, I don't know, I feel like there wouldn't be enough people invested in the idea of having Hercules in the game. But I know people that would want him, you know, I know people that would want him and Black Knight, for example, you know, a lot of choices that they could go for when it comes to heroes. I think they've done fine so far with the heroes that they've picked. I think they've gotten a good mix of sort of absolute juggernaut characters and sort of unknowns. So, I mean, it's not impossible. There needs to be a character who could turn the enemies against each other, like Vision or Wanda. They would use their... I think so. Would that work on every enemy, though? Would you do that with, like, the Dread bots, for example, where you can make one of those big robots go crazy? Or would you only do it with, like, these little guys, right? These sort of dudes. who can probably get one shot by a lot of AIM's technology.
Our friends were on the way to the safe house.
We'll find them.
Because obviously if you could do that with like to a boss, that would be kind of OP.
Don't know how many of these guys are out there.
I've located another containment cell.
How could we let this happen?
We have a chance to stop them now.
And it's time to die, robot. There you go. So what element should I use for Iron Man? I like cosmic, but vibranium's pretty good too. If you're doing a laser melee build, I would say sonic is probably the best for that. Just because you're able to not only get your intrinsic back super fast, but it's also really good for your heroics too. So the Thor Love and Thunder mission changes. Yeah, it's because they're fixing it. They're fixing it so that obviously people don't have to deal with the nonsense of it, which is a good idea. Defeat all enemies? Oh, there's some enemies here I didn't even notice.
That's enough from these Spinia.
Alright, there you go. Save that person, and then we go. But yeah, I would be really interested in doing, you know, that brainwash mechanic that Spiritual mentioned. It's just about whether or not it's a thing. Okay, I've got to be honest, like, I don't know. I like DC and Marvel, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you want me to do here. With, like, like, it's cool, it's fine, I understand you're just sort of like, you know, spiking up the conversation, but like, I don't know what you want me to do. I would like the vision and the upgraded vault movement, which is just straight up phases through you. People were wondering, I remember this being mentioned in a video. In fact, I think it was Jay Shotblast's latest video about how they would do the phasing mechanic. And I straight away thought, well, not only could they sell a bunch of takedowns, but they also could sell, not sell, but they could obviously do it for the vault as well. You know, and stuff like that. They could obviously use it for Dreadbot takedowns and stuff like that. There's ways of implementing it without it being a big functional thing in the game for him. Wait, what? Love and Thunder mission change? So basically there was a nameplate challenge, but people were finishing it and they weren't actually getting the nameplate. So they've essentially gotten rid of it so that, you know, obviously people can get it without, you know, bugs and stuff like that eventually. Yeah, exactly, Cap, exactly. Oh, they got a nameplate in the game with Stark and Rhodey. I think that I wouldn't read into that too much, just because there's... Hold on one sec, I'll show you. I think there was one with Punisher somewhere, if I was right. I do remember seeing one of Punisher, and it might not be on Iron Man's, but I do remember still seeing one. But maybe I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. Either way, regardless, I wouldn't read into it too much. Why don't they show Thor dick? Okay, come on. Come on. Stop being weird in my chat. Please. I beg you. It would be cool if they made some of the Infinity Stones major artifacts. People wanted that, and I think they should do a lot more major artifacts that are just fun. You know, that aren't really tied to the story too much. What's your go-to Iron Man skin? I dabble. I mess about with a few of them. I don't think I have like a main Iron Man skin. Like, I like this one that I'm wearing right now, but I don't wear it that much. Simply just because, like, I'm always going through different ones, you know? A Hulk one has Punisher. There you go. Yeah, like, and I don't see them adding the Punisher anytime soon. They would make excuses, but it's just because of the controversy with the logo. There was a lot of controversy, if you guys remember, about the logo, because like a lot of bad people were using it. So I imagine that, you know, they just wouldn't do it in the end. It would be like, let's just avoid that entirely, you know. On Black Widows, does Black Widow have a Punisher one? I didn't know that. We can look for it after this mission. All right, we can make it a mission. What is your favorite Mark Iron Man suit? Probably. Well, I really like Infinity War. when it comes to like the MCU suits and stuff.
A derivative of Terrigen.
Probably my favorite, to be honest. You know what? But that's probably a go-to actually. Just to answer another question real quick, I would say so. Hey dudes, how you doing?
Glad you're here.
Lovely to see ya.
We can't. They have this thing hunting.
Do you think they would put Asgard as the location of Marvel's Avengers sometime next year or this year, since they showed Jane Foster? I don't think it would be this year. I think that they are probably planning on that eventually. I can't see why not. I would love a Hulk skin with the Avengers time travel suits. I think they should do a team set. They should put it in a bundle, sell it for like 30 quid, and they should have all the Avengers in MCU time travel costumes, right? Obviously, you know, fitting for them. I also understand why Spider-Man wouldn't have one. He wasn't there. Same with BP. He obviously wasn't there. But like the characters that were there, I think would suit the stuff like that completely. At least give War Machine an expansion. You're right in October. How you doing? At least give War Machine an expansion to fight Titanium Man and Crimson Dynamo. I don't think he would have an expansion. I don't think that Avengers would seem big enough to warrant an expansion. Personally, that's what I think. But I know that obviously a lot of people love War Machine, so I'm not discrediting that at all. But yeah, I don't know if they would go that far with War Machine, you know? Doing great, bro. Good to hear it in October. Appreciate everything you do, man. Come on, bro. Where's the next thing? I can't decide if I should get Thor's Herald or Thunder skin or is... Right, so at the moment, if you're on PlayStation, Thor has a starter pack that's like 79 pence. And obviously we have a Thor discount. So you can basically get Herald skin for like $1 or £1 or whatever. What is your opinion on Operation being moved from the game and just having hero events? I think it's better to do that to get the content out faster. I don't necessarily think that that's like... amazing. I wish they could do it all, but obviously, like, you know, I guess beggars can't be choosers, right? The thing is, though, they need to prove now that only having hero events is actually worth it and that we will get content faster, because 6 months for essentially Thor again isn't good enough, right, to sort of make that statement. So they need to prove to people that it is going to be worth it. But that's just me personally. You alright, Tigrease? How you doing? Do you think Thanos was shot? No, I don't think Thanos will be in this game. I think Avengers is going to do their best to stay away from that side of the Marvel Universe. I think the next pick will be Captain Marvel and Kree. I agree. I think you're exactly right. In fact, I think you are right. Like, I think that literally will be the case. Vision's phase ability could be part of his dodge and block abilities. Exactly. I think it definitely could be a part of his, you know, his parrying kit and stuff. I think that makes most sense. Come on, rip bozo time. There you go, yes sir. I'm doing good, bro. How are you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm just chilling at the moment, really. Just kind of playing the sort of more like laid back Marvel's Avengers stuff. And just trying to chat. As long as characters have loading screens and comics, I'm good with events. Well, Jane doesn't actually have a loading screen or comics. Yeah, I was going to say, Centurion, like, yeah, like, it was very bare bones. And I was very disappointed because they were talking in the wall table about comic inspiration and that, and then just kind of avoided Jane entirely. So that was a bit weird. I thought you didn't stream. I've started very recently, Tigrease. Reason being is because I wanted to be able to talk live to people, and when there wasn't like videos to cover, I didn't like the thought of my channel being like dead for a couple of days. So I wanted to do the most to be able to fix that, essentially, right? I wanted to be able to still bring out content for people because I think that's really important. But yeah, that's kind of my thing at the moment. I'm just gonna leave it, let the screen do this for a little bit, just so I can sort of read chat and we can, like, you know, just talk about stuff for a little bit. I hope that Captain Marvel get a story expansion, since the game story is leading up to a Green Invasion. I agree. A little bit of news here. Back when the game first released, the idea was to get to Captain Marvel and then call the game there. Captain Marvel was always the very end goal of Avengers. Do you think they'll swap Spidey's loading screen skin and marketplace icon for his iconic skin? No, I don't think they'll ever do that. I think they're pretty happy just using the classic one, to be perfectly honest. Do you think Quicksilver will come to Marvel's Avengers? I would like it, but they have said so many times that, you know, like, Quicksilver's speed will be too much for the game to handle, unfortunately. I feel like they should do the no operation deal until they have enough heroes and content. I think so. I think you're right. I think that's fair. So which hero you think is getting Ultron? I believe that it will be She-Hulk. That Miller seems pretty confident in that, but Miller also believes that Ultron will be very much like a Monica beating the odd style boss fight. So maybe he won't even come with a hero at all. That's a very high possibility. You know, will he be an OOT? You know, that's a thing too. It could be another OOT. I still want Moon Knight in Avengers. Moon Knight would be really fun. A lot of people think they'd be an echo of Black Panther. I don't know if that's something that people would necessarily be happy about, but I could see it. I could see it. But he would have a lot different about him as well, so I don't know if you would still call him an echo, I guess. So you start falling into that weird territory. Who will you fight? Thor and Hulk? You as Iron Man are fight like from Death Note? I don't know. That sounds really silly. Well, for the loading screen, the characters wear the default skin. Spider-Man's default is his classic. Yeah, exactly. Like Spider-Man in Avengers, his default is the classic one. You could just unlock his iconic, which is probably for the best. I mean, obviously, the whole idea is that Spider-Man's like working with the Avengers, and then at the end, he gets his iconic suit from the Avengers and stuff, which I think is pretty cool. I like that. I mean, I've got no issue with that at all. Ugh. I wish I had aircon in my room, guys. I am so warm right now. Stardust, I've subscribed. Thank you, Tigrease. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Who would be the villain that comes with Winter Soldier? So I believe it will be Crossbones. I think they'll reuse Crossbones, have a Hydra connection, and go against Winter Soldier. Moon Knight was a playable hero in Ultimate Alliance world. He was. I've done a few streams of Ultimate Alliance very recently. Is the Jane Foster iconic look locked for you too? I don't believe so, Noctober, but I can have a look. Because I'm not wearing it at the moment. Oh wait, no, it's there. There you go. I have literally every skin for Jane Foster because they decided to release a new character with you know, not a new look. I also like that it is basically a part-timer, so it makes sense why it's absent from future content. That is true, but when it comes to like the Kree invasion, it is kind of weird to imagine Spider-Man just not there. You know what I mean? Spider-Man versus Superman. Superman dies. Spider-Man wins. No cap. Oh my god. What? Oh my god, CD, I swear, man. They just don't like you in October, apparently. I mean, I don't know why, but yeah. They're just not in they're not in the vibe. It would be cool if War Machine came with a villain sector, but I'll take him alone in a heartbeat. I think all the new heroes should come with at least a villain sector. Obviously, of a new villain. I think that they need to start releasing more villains. Because at the minute, the hero roster is huge, and we don't have enough villains / enemy variety to warrant needing this much firepower. You know what I mean? We've got literally 2 Thors on our team. No villain in the game is going to come close to being able to stop that. You know. You seem so much more chill than I'm used to you being. It's how I am on stream, Tigrease. To be honest, I'm a lot more chilled and relaxed. Oh, me and the other people like Kyle roast this game. Maybe that's what it is in October. Maybe it's just like they heard you roasting the game and they were like, that's it, we're getting it gone, bro. Take this man's skin away. Slight sexy dust. You alright, Digital? Spider would probably be back defending New York since it implied that Peter was only active. That's true. There could obviously be an audio line as well, like maybe Captain Marvel's like, "Where were you, Spider-Man?" He was like, "Well, I was in New York. I was doing my thing, you know, trying to protect it from the Kree and stuff." So yeah, that's fair. I mean, I want to see like Kree soldiers and stuff. You know what I mean? I would like to see like actual Kree soldiers rather than just sentries. Because I mean that gets messy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna get messy. That's gonna get kind of gory. You know? Right. Let's see what we can do as Miss Jane Foster. What new status effects do you want to see? I keep saying this. I think that they should do magic, as in like a magic status effect. I think that would be brilliant. I would love that so much. I was pushing them to make the game better, and they say they listen to us, but you know, I think that I don't know, man. It definitely. This game has moments. This game has moments, very weird moments, but moments all the same. I've only played Jane for like 15 minutes because I couldn't be bothered. I don't blame you. I do that on the game sometimes too, where like I'll play like a couple of missions, sort of like I'm doing now, which is why I'm just stopping and chatting with you guys for a bit, because I'm like, you know what, I can't be bothered to play. But that's just fatigue though. That's just fatigue, and not a lot of competition on the market to move to either. I mean, they could definitely make excuses. For example, why don't the Avengers show up in each other's solo movies? I mean, that's true. I mean, they're always doing something. You know, they only ever, I mean, this game is better. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I agree that they've definitely made positive changes that have improved the game since launch. A lot of people disrespected Andy while he was community manager, but I tell you, I kind of miss him. Especially as a content creator, because he actually wanted to work with us, whereas now they just don't care. Like, like, maybe this is a bit rude for me to say, but they do not care at all. I still want Doctor Strange in this game so badly, dude. Well, lucky for you, my friend. That is exactly the road they're going to be going down after Captain Marvel. They will be pitching Doctor Strange to embrace a group, and doing everything humanly possible to get that going. So, you will get that. You know? You will genuinely get that. Which is Pargo's. Yeah, I miss Andy. I miss Andy too. I have an interview with him where we were talking about what Joker's Marvel equivalent would be, and I said Carnage, and he said something really random, and I was like, that literally makes no sense, Andy. What are you talking about?
I plan to storm their main New York lab and ruin the party.
I wish I could help, but I'm short-handed.
Alright, look, okay. For fuck's sake.
They're being held near New York's Adaptoid Project facility. The plan is we swing by Ames' local weapons cache first.
Bruh, look, I gave J-Bob so many opportunities to just not be weird. I gave you so many chances, for fuck's sake. Like, I'm sat here trying to be chill, talk about Marvel's Avengers, you're saying the weirdest shit. They kept asking me all the time, who do you think's gonna win, Superman or, like, I don't know, my fucking grandmother? Like, it's shit like that. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't, like, there's a difference between asking me every so often and just only saying that in chat, and then you're like, I'm gay. Like, you're not iDubbbz, you're not funny, you're not Filthy Frank, like, shut up. You know, so eventually you're just gonna get banned, like, it's so stupid. The thing is, October, unfortunately that's not true, because this person apologised to me, like, oh, sorry for being like that, you know, whatever, and it's like, that's cool, bro, but you can't come back a few days later and just act the same way. Fucking annoying, like, the amount of, you know, and that's the only problem, like, when I've been streaming, is that, you know, I've unfortunately had to ban someone every stream I've done because they've just come out with bollocks, like, pissing me off, like, because it's annoying because I don't want to ban anyone, but people just, like, they come out with the most stupid stuff, unfortunately. Are you excited for SDCC 2022? Yeah, man, I mean, MCU stuff's gonna be there. I'm really looking forward to seeing Marvel Zombies and that. Perhaps a troll channel? I mean, maybe, man, but I mean, regardless, They tried their best to act funny and see how much they could push the boundaries and that. And I don't give them a chance. Like, you know, I was saying throughout stream, like, stop being weird in my chat. You know, you know, I'm only gonna give you so many chances, and then they just stop bothering. So, you know, eventually I'm like, no, thank you. I'm done now. No, thank you. No, sir. You know, so that's yeah. Maybe Dutch Change Magic could be a positive, then Wonders could be a negative. True, that would be sick. Like, Chaos Magic is like a negative, and Strangers is like a positive thing. That would be really sweet. Because you got like, magic users can, like, put their, like, you know, their magic on stuff, right? So, it could be a young kid. I mean, maybe I'm a bit, like, maybe I'm a bit grumpy for saying this, but if your kid, like, if you know, if you're a parent of a young child and they're putting, like, I'm gay on the internet in front of a bunch of strangers, chances are you probably need to see what they're doing on that tablet that you've given them. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to keep an eye on their activity and stuff. Like, holy. You know, because obviously, don't be afraid to ban creeps, man, but I respect the way you run your channel. No, I get that. I mean, I haven't had that many creeps on here, but it's just like, so, like, for example, so Doc came in the other day, right, and then someone who was like, I don't fucking care, that was pretty much like his name, was like, bro, I just say it how it is. Like, you're a cringy bastard. Don't come into my chat and start starting on people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Get banned, you know? Are you alright, Derek? How you doing? Honestly, that Cap skin should have been the iconic. True. If it was, I don't think Cap's outfit would have gotten as much hate as it did. Because it got a lot of hate. It was kind of crazy. Alright, take out the Adaptoid. I got you, man. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just one of them things. Like, normally, the only time I need to ever ban people, you know, is essentially when, you know, it's like a bot, like one of them, like, click this link here, you know? Whereas on stream, I've had to ban a couple of people, so I think it's just an attention-seeking thing. Taladi, I do have mods, you know? But, like, I'm good, bro, just chilling. Aw, you guys are sweet. You're so good at fighting in this game, bro, like, it's... I honestly, Purple, you could easily get better than me. Like, you probably already are better than me, to be honest. I just spam shit. I just spam. Like, you'll just see me throw in the shield, and that's it. Like, that's me done.
Theo insists on helping you out, and there's literally no way I could stop him.
Understood.
That's good to... Aw, you guys are so sweet. I approve. I'll stop trying to read the messages out, because I feel like they're aimed at me, but they're actually not.
Is it my birthday?
To be fair, honest, I really like the new hero's iconic looks besides Hawkeye. Yeah, it's a very weird move to make Hawkeye bald. I didn't expect that, you know. The mechanics for Shield's cat throw is so satisfying. They are, actually. I've always liked the thudding sound of Cap's shield throw. I've always been into that. My speculation about when the next hero will be and who. I think that the next hero will probably be either Bucky or She-Hulk. And then I believe it will be probably September, if I'm going to be honest. Maybe they drop with Cloning Labs, maybe in August. But I don't know. You alright, someone? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the diddly doodly stream. Lovely to see you as pure usual. Alright, there you go. I removed my message. Why is that, Purple? Your message looked fine. Like, I saw it. Like, you didn't say anything wrong or whatever. CD got Cap mechanics right. Maybe in the future you could do a solo Cap game. I would love to see them tackle, like, a solo Marvel game. I think that they would be much more better suited to do that than, like, a live service. What's going on, Stardust? You alright, All Father? Good to see you. Honestly, we need Baymax in the game. I mean, he is a Marvel character. Big Hero 7 was a Marvel comic. Like, I don't know if it was set in the Marvel universe, but it was a Marvel property. Doing good as well, Stardust. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Obviously, we've had some weirdness in the stream, but it wouldn't really be a stream without some weirdness, so pretty common. I saw Thor on Friday. Nice. Did you like it? I would love to see a stealth-oriented Black Widow solo game. I actually, you know what? I actually said this to a developer at CD that I would love to see a Black Widow Hitman game from her time as a Red Room agent. You know, like a prequel to like her meeting the Avengers and stuff and finding that family. Ever played Fortnite? Got him in the Marvel skins are fantastic. Yes, I definitely have. Me personally, though, maybe it's a hot take. Really didn't like what they did with the Thor and Jane skin. I thought it looked awful. I really did. I thought the faces were awful, and Thor wasn't even Thor. Like, he didn't look like himself at all. But maybe that's just because the suit's bad. I wouldn't mind She-Hulk as a hero event, but I hope Bucky gets Operation. I don't think he'll get an Operation, but I think his stuff will be heavily tied with Hydra. If Hyperion was added to the game, how do you think he could play? I think he would be pretty much like Superman, right? So, like, how you doing? I resubscribed to your chat. You're right, Benny. Really appreciate you subscribing. Thank you very much. I'm doing good. It's been really great for the channel. The support that you guys have been showing me has been absolutely incredible. Well, I gotta go, man. Catch you later. Thank you, in October, for jumping in. Do you think we'll see Hydra Bob? Maybe not in Avengers, but you will be in Marvel's Midnight Suns. They'll be focusing entirely on Hydra and the mystical style of the Marvel Universe. And there is a little cutscene of Spider-Man saving Hydra Bob. Sadly, no, I thought it was pretty bad. All the actors did an amazing job. I just didn't like how slow the movie was, and I wasn't a fan of all the jokes in the movie. Right, so maybe this is kind of mean for me to say. Not, like, towards you, by the way, just before anyone gets worried or whatever. But when it comes to the MCU, I'm kind of bored of all the jokes all the time, because to me, what it does is it tells me that you think, like, superhero stuff's just a joke, right? Like, it's just a stupid joke. Like, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies were cheesy, yeah, sure, and what is happening here? Is it just... This is... What is happening here? I don't know what to do. Can I get lost in it? Wee! 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 I hate it. I hate every... Yeah, I was gonna say Quicksilver confirmed. Like, looks like it, right? Oh, there you go. It's fixed. That was crazy. But no, I think with the MCU is I think like I feel like it could do with itself taking itself seriously. It's like Doctor Strange, right? When it comes to like the Illuminati thing, it's like the Illuminati. Like you're Doctor Strange and you've never heard the word Illuminati, like, or you're just trying to be funny and a dick. Like, shut up. Just, you know, they're called the Illuminati, all right? That's it. Calm down. You know, like, it could be, you know, you've got it's weird how, like, unserious they take the like, the superhero stuff, and yeah, that's just my thought process, which is why, like, I'm really looking forward to Love and Thunder, to see if, like, it's the thing that really just makes me go, MCU, you need to, like, you need to change, you need to do something, because it just ain't good enough, you know. I'm tired of Marvel making jokes non-stop. Jokes are never funny usually. I said this to my friends the other day, but I can comfortably say I have never laughed at an MCU movie. Like, never. Mate, the only time I've laughed is Spider-Man No Way Home, but it was more for, like, that funny, like, haha nostalgia at the memes. You know, like, I'm something of a scientist myself and stuff like that. Like, that was funny. But it wasn't a joke, you know what I mean? It was like a reference to a meme, so it was funny because it wasn't in your face. Like, if people watched it, they would be like, okay, yeah, he's just telling Peter he's a scientist. Whereas for us, the OGs were like, that's funny, that, we get it. You know, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Though I do think that people are over-exaggerating when they say that Love and Thunder is the worst MCU film. I have never disliked an MCU film. I just think that, like...
Careful, Cap. Aim's pouring
So in my opinion, right, if you had a gun to my head, obviously don't do that, and you had to ask me, okay, what is the worst MCU film in your opinion? I would probably say Black Widow. Now, don't hate me, but the reason I say that is simply because it does nothing for the universe. Nothing at all. It introduces Yelena, okay, fair enough, right? But realistically, I don't know. They didn't need Black Widow, and it should have come out years ago when it was intended to originally release. Otherwise, there was, like, no point in it. But maybe that's just me. I'm not saying it was a badly made movie either, like some people, but the villain was terrible. It did nothing for the universe building. It was pointless. Like, it really didn't need to be a thing. Yeah, like, exactly, Storm. Exactly. It was 10 years too late. If they released it, their worst movies than Black Widow, I absolutely agree. But for me personally, as considering this is like every film normally builds the universe up, Black Widow was useless. Like, it did nothing for me. Like, Black Widow's story was told. You've already done it. I know she dies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so you know, all the stakes in that movie were useless because we knew that Black Widow doesn't die. Yeah, who was the film for? You know what I mean? Who decided, like, yes, this is great? Like, there's no stakes. There was no stakes. I would have said Eternals. I haven't actually watched Eternals yet, so that's probably why. Why was Taskmaster a girl? That's not even my problem. Taskmaster could have been a woman. I don't care about that stuff. Like, that's not an issue. That's a non-issue. But it's the story of, like, Taskmaster being some weird, like, troubled, you know, person rather than, like, a mercenary that bothered me. Like, why couldn't the dude who runs the Red Room stuff hire Taskmaster? You know what I mean? Black Widow dies? Yeah, in Endgame. Black Widow should have had a movie after... Yeah, I completely agree. They should have done that. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I love Black Widow, but what about Taskmaster? She'll surely be in Thunderbolts. I definitely... You know what? This might be a hot take, but I actually like the skin. The costume. Sorry, not the skin. What? The costume of Taskmaster. I thought it was actually pretty good. I'm pretty sure Taskmaster is a male. He is, yeah, Anthony Masters. But in the MCU, I don't mind Taskmaster being female. Don't really care. But it was just not a very good character thing. Stardust, I removed my Oh, okay, no worries, Purple. No worries. Sorry, I saw that above, replied in my head, but never actually said it verbally. Moon Knight should have been a movie instead of Eternals. Ah, mate, I loved Moon Knight. Moon Knight was so good. I loved it. What I'd like to see, more major artifacts are tied to the MCU. They actually already have the Staff of Khonshu in the file, so they could have tied into Moon Knight. But they just didn't. And I don't know why. Florence Pugh carried the film. I mean, the only thing that was probably bad about Black Widow visually was this was fun! No! That looked garbage. It was so bad. But, like, I'm not the sort of person that dissects, like, one singular part of the film and goes, yep, that'll do me. Because, like, I find stuff like that really silly and pedantic. But, like, I can understand why people mock that scene. Because even in the cinema, like, with my dad, who likes some terrible movies, he was like, damn. You know, that was crazy. You know, that was terrible. I was like, yeah, it was pretty bad. Moon Knight was my favourite MCU. Moon Knight is genuinely one of the favourite things the MCU has ever done. You know what I mean? It really was. I think in terms of Phase 4 films, and No Way Home ranks #1 for me. True. So, for me, it would go No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, Shang-Chi, Can't remember the others.
We just gave
No,
the
I just
world
don't know how
proof
to
of
list the
Ames.
others, but those would be my top 3, I think.
Exposing their real face will take time, persistence, and patience. But I know we can do it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to open my shipments.
Shield's always ready to help give AIM a bloody nose.
I actually forgot I had
You know that.
shipments.
Freeing my people
Let's see
would've
what we
been enough,
get.
but getting those cutting-edge AIM weapons was the icing on the cake.
Moon Knight was so good. I agree. It was brilliant, to be honest. It really was. It was a cracking time. It was a cracking time. I would love to be able to get the Black Panther skin early. I can't lie. Please. Ah, you suck. I hope Oscar Isaac comes back. So, he was only in the contract to do the one thing, which is kind of lame. What's everyone else's thoughts on Miss Marvel? I literally stopped after episode 2. Not because, like, I hate it, but just because, like, it's just not really for me. Like, all this, like, they've jumped the shark a bit too hard. Miss Marvel is a street-level character, and they're trying their hardest to prepare her for the Marvels by making her this, like, cosmic freak of nature, and it just does not work for me. You guys are trying too hard. Like, people like Miss Marvel. That's fine, you know? Holy. You know, all about time travel and stuff. Like, fuck, relax. I don't need it. You know, there's absolutely no need to be like, well, listen here, buckaroo, we're going to be talking about time travel this episode. Like, holy shit. MCU needs a goal like they did with the Stones and in Thanos. There is a goal, though. They've got the multiverse and stuff. I see a lot of people talking about that on Twitter. And I'm just like, bruh, there is a kind of a goal. Like, you know, they've kind of got this whole Kang thing going on. Like, I understand people are like, yeah, but a lot of these movies are self-contained. I've not really got a problem with that. Because it's clear that Ant-Man and the next Loki season are supposed to be the things that really get it going. You know what I mean? I didn't watch Miss Marvel. I hyped for She-Hulk, though. Me too. I'm looking forward to seeing Daredevil again. I'm literally in any project that Charlie Cox Daredevil's going to be in, I'm excited for. I'm like, yes, let's go. It legitimately hypes me up. But yeah, Kang will be the end game. Yeah, but the audience cannot make heads or tails of the goal. I understand that. Like, I understand that it's like a casual audience will not just be like, that's where they're going with it. And I get that, but it took a while for the MCU to realize that we were going for Thanos, right? But well, no, because then saying that Avengers won, so that's kind of a lie. Yeah, I guess. But then Kang, you know, Kang has appeared just as much as Thanos did during that era. You know, he's in She-Hulk. Yes, apparently, Daredevil is in She-Hulk. I don't know that for a fact. It's not a spoiler, but yeah, that's what I believe. Wait, he would be in She-Hulk? Yeah, apparently so. Apparently so. That's a rumor. It's not, like, 100% confirmed. But I would wager that he's also one of the people that work under the superhero lawyer thing. Because, I mean, he did it for Peter, right? So, that's kind of what a lot of people are putting heads and tails about. Which I agree. I can see how that would be. I can see how they would think that. Daredevil will be heavily censored on Disney Plus. That's what I'm worried about. I really do like Daredevil, and I just sort of kind of scared they'll just fuck it up. I feel like because Marvel isn't making bangers for every single project they release, fans are kind of being snobby and saying most films they make now are trash. That's the way it is, though. Like, you know what I mean? People will see like 1 5-second clip on Twitter and are like, this is the worst shit I've ever seen, and then they'll go and buy like the next ticket for the next MCU film. It's fucking weird. I feel lost at fighting in Avengers. It's not too complicated, man. Like, as long as you can kill the enemies, then you're doing a better job than most. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people want stuff nerfed. I really want to see corrupted vibranium as a status effect. I think it would be, yeah, like it's sort of opposite to like vibranium. That would be pretty cool. I mean, we did get Fisk on Hawkeye, so I can see it happen. Wilson Fisk is genuinely like, that was such a cool moment. And him tanking all like Kate Bishop's shit, that was brilliant. I was like, yes, let's go. Up up the bum. Fuck you, Kingpin. Yeah, I was all for that. I can't lie, I was all for it. I just want Secret Wars soon. I mean, that's their next big project, right? And it's probably going to be like cameo galore, despite that not being really what the films are about. Will Captain Marvel have the cosmic status effect by default, do you think? Yes, 100%. I think binary mode will have cosmic built in. I think that's fair to say. If I was a betting man, I would say that's very similar to Thor. Thor's thunder, you know, the shock status effect, it'll probably be the same for Captain Marvel. So that, I mean, already she's OP. It's just annoying that in fandoms, fans have two ultimatums for content. It's either a masterpiece or it's trash. There's no middle ground. That's because too many people are arguing about whether it is the best thing ever or it's not. Right? And the people that sort of think, that's alright, they don't think passionately enough about it to make so much noise, which is why you only ever see masterpiece or trash people. They're definitely going to mess up Daredevil. This is Disney we're talking about. I have faith. I just don't think it'll be as gory. And I think them doing, like, the 6-part series is bullshit. I think you're just being pessimistic. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm alright. I lost my mind when it was the same actor. I for sure thought they would recast him with Daredevil, but I'm glad I'm wrong. I mean, Charlie Cox is getting on a little bit. I kind of think, like, eventually you're going to have to recast him. And I know that's a bit of a hot take. Oh, alright, Storm, I get you. Sorry. But yeah, I know that's a bit of a hot take, but he is kind of getting old. Older. Like, he's obviously not old, but he's getting older, you know? Seriously, I really hope that War Machine does get added to the game soon. I think he will. I think he will, 100%. That's what that's what the title's all about. Also, do you know that yes, I did. I heard about that. I'm sorry. Again, not trying to be rude to Echo fans. Don't care about the character at all. Didn't in the Hawkeye show. Thought she was just whatever. Like, really did nothing for me. Not great character development. Didn't care at all. Didn't do a lot for me. I am watching the show for Daredevil and Wilson Fisk. Just straight up, just going to be honest, right? Echo wasn't a character that during the show I was like, this is such a great character. Did whatever, like really whatever. But maybe the Echo show changed my mind. That's why I always watch these shows to give my thoughts on it. But I think Miss Marvel might genuinely be the first show I just don't finish because I am not motivated at all to watch that show. I'm having my fingers crossed that the upcoming Fantastic Four reboot is good. Third time's a charm, right? I watched your Marvel 42 unit farm video and it really helped. Oh, brilliant. I really appreciate that, Bear. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Those guides are, you know, that's literally what the guides are made for, right? For that kind of vibe. So I'm really glad that, you know, it helped you out and you were able to, you know, you were able to enjoy it. I haven't finished WandaVision. That's crazy. That's crazy. No way. Daredevil, honestly, just such a great show. It came out so... I was actually quite a late bloomer when it come to Daredevil. And then when I watched it, I was like, wow, this is incredible. You know? There's only one more episode left of Miss Marvel, I believe. Maybe I'll binge watch it, bro. But, like, I'm fucking lazy. I'm so lazy with it. Like, I just... it's... I don't know. It's too much. I'm really excited for the upcoming Ant-Man film. A lot of people don't like those films. I don't know why. Like, y'all kind of boring for that. Those films are fine. Like, they're not, you know, they're pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Jonathan Major as Kang again. Because he killed it in Loki. Straight up. Like, he smashed it out the park for Loki. I don't really know what else to do on Avengers, to be fair. Congrats on 4K subs, by the way. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's been a long time coming, and it definitely feels good to be able to do this. I hope to see the Thunderbolts. That I genuinely... well, I mean, we know they're going to be making a film of the Thunderbolts, right? Because that was kind of pitched as, like, Marvel's Suicide Squad, and they were like, you know, that brand is pretty big recently. I mean, you know, why not? Obviously, we've been seeing that kind of setup as well. Also, isn't the actor who played Yellow Jacket coming back? I actually don't know. I don't know anything about that. I'm excited to see Jonathan again in Thor Love and Thunder. He's going to be a crack Jonathan. He's gonna be all over the place. But yeah, Paul Rudd's awesome. I saw what he did for that kid. Brilliant stuff. Not obviously the bullying. I mean, like what what Paul Rudd did. I don't want a film. I'd love to see like a show. What, for Ant-Man? Well, I mean, it is pretty like, it is a pretty big movie though, in the grand scheme of things. So I don't know if that would be necessarily a good idea. But that's just my opinion though. Like I just don't think that'd be a very good idea. Just because obviously the more people who watch like the big set pieces in the MCU, the better, right? So I am almost getting that Captain America skin. It's pretty cool. Like I bought, hold on, what did I buy the other day? Oh, I bought these two. I completely forgot that I bought these two. How did I forget? I literally bought 2 exotic skins and I just didn't use them. I'm such an idiot. I'm really curious to how they've structured Black Panther 2. The first Black Panther was an excellent film. True, but that final boss fight, the hell? That final fight was terrible. That CGI was actually, like, disgraceful. I know this is a Marvel, but I kind of wish Obi-Wan was a movie. It was supposed to be. I don't know if you know that. But it was supposed to be a movie, and then they, like, were gonna... It was, like, meant to be a trilogy of movies, right? And then they stretched it out. Which... Wow. What a terrible idea that was. Because that show was kind of arse. Like, I'm sorry. The Obi-Wan show was bad. Like, it was bad. Like, I know that people like it. I like it too, but it was fucking bad. Hey Stardust, like, I like it, but I'm aware that it's not a good show. Hey Stardust, haven't tuned in for our... You're right, Plays, how you doing? I'm not going to be live for too long. I'm just kind of chatting a chat. I'm surprised there isn't an Obi-Wan movie yet. Well, it was kind of meant to be in similar vein to, like, Rogue One. But then they just didn't do it. They were just like, you know what? We saw people didn't like Han Solo. Oh, sorry, that's what I meant. Solo. So let's just not do an Obi-Wan movie. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. But people are going to be more interested in seeing the Space Wizard than they are the Pew Pew Man. Like, let's be honest. Like, Han Solo should have been the Disney Plus series. Are you dumb? Of course people want to watch a movie about one of their favourite space wizards with the beam sword. I felt Obi-Wan took away from Obi-Wan. Reva was alright. She was fine, I guess. Like, she was alright. Did I miss the War Machine news? You're right, Reginald. No, don't worry, you didn't. You didn't miss the War Machine news. Basically, Reginald, if you ask a question about War Machine, and I will give the answer, because I probably do have the answer. It started off as a film, and then after the undeserved failure of Solo, they put the film on... Yeah, that's what it was. Which, I mean, I'm glad we saw something like what the film was supposed to be. It's just a shame it didn't end up being good. I lost hype for Star Wars, kind of my reason I switched for Marvel, and I don't regret it. I mean, you can like more than one thing at once. I mean, I do. I watched Miss Marvel and Obi-Wan on the same day. It gives me something to watch in succession, you know? Have you seen Thor 4 yet? I haven't. I don't even think I'll be able to watch it this weekend until, like, next weekend. So, like, whenever I stream, people are going to ask me that. I'm going to be like, nah. I'm so sorry. I hadn't seen any Star Wars when it came out, but I ended up liking it. I'm glad you liked it. I mean, you know, my dad's kind of the same. He was a bit of a late bloomer with Star Wars movies, but then he was like, damn, you know. Congrats on 4K. Thank you, Only. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. My favourite character in the game is Iron Man. When the flashback shipments came, I worked my ass off to get Mark 42. It's a good suit. It is. It's a really good suit. I'm currently grafting for the Black Panther one, but I've got to be honest, this is boring. It's terrible. Blitzwinger crapped on the movie, and I honestly can't blame him. Blitzwinger's been on a bit of an angry trail. I used to watch him when he was doing his Lego videos, but recently he's a hater, bro. He's gone from, like, Lego to, like, hatred. It's so sudden. It's like watching, like, Blue's Clues come out and be like, you know what? I fucking hate the color blue, bro. I hate it. It's all about red now. We're red clues. Not the biggest fan of the sequels. Force Awakens was probably the best sequel. I really, really like Force Awakens, so I agree with you. Oh yeah, congrats. Thank you, Tigrease. It's so hard to avoid spoilers these days. True. I've been pretty lucky. The only problem I've had with Love and Thunder is being recommended, like, literally people recording the cinema. Like, people are recording clips of the movie and putting on YouTube, and I'm like, bruh, what do you mean? Like, that's crazy. I would give an example, but that's a spoiler, so I'm not going to do that. Bro, you still watching Blitzwing? I do too. Like, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Blitzwinger here. Welcome back to another Marvels of Lego Marvel Superheroes Lego Brick Adventure. Like, I'm like, damn, this, you know, this is so D. The quality of shipments rules has dropped so drastically. I know. Like, I know that people didn't really want MCU skins in there. They wanted to see, like, more comic skins. But this... Hold on. This... Wait for it. This... Wait. That's a fucking recolor. Stop lying to me. Did you do the raid for this week? Not on everyone. No, I'm going to work through that slowly. I've got to be honest. I was going to do a raid tonight for y'all, but I couldn't be bothered. I could not be asked. I was like, yeah, because Alkai, one of my friends, asked me, like, are you going to do the raid on stream? Because I'll join. I was like, bro, nah. I hate raiding because during streams, because suddenly everything goes wrong, and it takes like 2 hours to do one raid, and then I just get put off stream, and I'm like, guys, I'm off to have a fucking cold shower. Like, I'm angry. You know what they say, you either die a hero or live longer. I mean, I wouldn't call him a villain, but like, he's definitely on that hate vibe, you know. I don't have the OG suit, so it's a dub shipment for me. Oh, well, yeah, there you go. Like, that's one way to look at it, you know. Hey, it's a comic recolor. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. It is a comic skin, but $250 for a shipment, like, so no more raids? No. I will be doing raids. It's just like, it's so warm in the UK. It's so late at night. I'm already tired. I just wanted to chill and chat with chat and have something going on in the background, you know what I mean? And luckily we got that, you know. Like, but yeah. Fuck it. It's crazy because like, I'll be playing with people and like suddenly I just realize that halfway through the raid I'm like, wow, I hate this mission. I hate it so much. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it yet. No, I don't blame you. I mean, you got like 24 days, which is a long fucking time. I didn't realize that. I missed the week changes. You know, I missed it when it was just a week. Like, I would personally rather them rotate through them like all the time until they can make new skins and just fucking be like, right, let's go through the weeks, boom, boom, boom. It just felt kind of cool. Yeah, I'm kind of new to the game still, and I don't have the skin, so I'm glad to get it for free. GG. Remember, maybe when flashback shipments return? Yeah, maybe. Can you imagine a symbiote status? Oh, that'd be so sick. Like, if Venom ever came to this game, oh my god. You know how Legion's like with Hulk? Bruh. You know? What's your views on Jane? Mighty Thor? She's an Echo Thor, which... She's alright. She's like... So I like Thor, so I like Jane. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they did say for a while she was going to be an Echo anyway. So I'm not, like, slapping my dick at the thought that Jane is going to be an Echo. Weren't shipments worth 500? They were, yeah. So it was 500 and it was 250, and then during the flashback they went to 50. Which wasn't too bad, but still. War Machine's assault could be a motor blast that works like the Bifrost. True, or you could just put a shitload of turrets down. Like a defensive wall of turrets. And just, you know, just like, especially in a horde mode, that'd be so fun to use. But obviously we don't actually have a good horde mode, so it's kind of impossible. But, you know, just let me dream. Just let me dream, chat. Alright, just let me dream. It's cool. Just let me dream. Oh, dear. Oh, well. I think that my under boobs have sweat enough. I think my back... I have a terrible stream setup, chat. My stream setup is awful. I'm literally sat on my bed, hunchback of Notre Dame, sweating under my boobers. It's terrible. Honestly. One day I'll show you guys, like, before, like, a news video or something, or, like, maybe even before a stream, and you'll be like, damn, this guy is troubled. But... Yeah, some jerk wrote in bold letters that Iron Man dies. Someone did that to me, but I actually thought they were lying. Don't you have an AC or something? No. No, I don't. That's the full thing. I have a fan, but it's huge. Stardust room tour, you'd be very disappointed. Like, YouTubers, for the most part, unless you're minted, live in shit conditions. Especially Marvel's Avengers YouTubers, my word. No, but thank you guys for coming out again today, man. Like, I tried the OT for 3 hours. Bro, I just did it on my own. Actually, yeah, I don't have an AC. I just have this huge fan that, like, if I did it now, all you'd hear is... So, like, you wouldn't even hear me. You just hear... it'd be useless, bro. It'd be useless. Do you think the mirror dimension will work in this game? Oh, it would. It actually would. I think that'd be really fun. It'd be cool to see, like, Doctor Strange's ultimate be, like, you kind of go into, like, the mirror dimension for a bit. Let's hear it. You're actually cracked. Do you guys want to hear my fan? Yeah, right, Mr. Frosty. Okay, alright, look, I'll put my fan on, right? Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Right, I'm going to put my headset near it so you guys can hear it. So you won't hear me for a bit because I'm putting the fan on. Give me a sec. Do you hear that? What's the state of that? I sound. It sounds like I'm next to it. It sounds like I'm being swallowed by my own fan. You see, chat, that's what happens when you ask for stupid things, alright? ASMR? I mean, kinda. I mean, sort of. Like, that was brutal, wasn't it? Oh, see, you see why I can't, like, you see why I can't just have the fan on? Put on rollerblades and strap the fan to your back? That would be so nice. Mine's climbing up Everest. Bro, literally, as soon as this stream's done, I'm gonna, like, get naked. Sorry, whatever. But I'm literally just gonna have the fan on me at, like, 3. That, you know what you heard just then, was on 1. That was 1. You know, I've notched it to 1. Man, I didn't know we're going in a win. Mate, you can't stream like this. I can. I've got it. Alright? It's just, I have man boobies. Alright? So I've got this sweat that builds up underneath my titties. Right? So after the stream, I've just got to fan them a bit. Bro, that was 1. You wanna... Nah. Stop. Reminds me of when I used to be in a big party chat and you just hear that. Imagine on 3. That was it, bruh. Ridiculous. It on 3. It was like insanity. Let me tell you. But no. All right. Listen, I'll put it on max on the next stream. Ooh. On the next stream. No, but thank you guys for coming out to the stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with me once again. Next stream, I'll put it on max, and then you guys can hear it. So be sure to have those notifications on, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace. I'm sorry, that is so trolly. Bye.